My name is C, and today I want to do something a little different. So I like making changes to my diamond paintings, and sometimes that just means taking out weird colors or doing little shifts. So I thought we would go over how I do this because people seem to be curious. So here's what we're gonna do. And also, this was not my idea for a video. Someone said that they were amazed with how easily and I do these changes, so I thought I'd just do a little how-to, I guess. Anyways, I want to start off by saying that there is no right or wrong way to do this. It is purely however you want to do it. I'm just here to give some tips, some guidance, and show you how I do it. I only do this with squares because with rounds you will see the background through the colors. So that's something to note. I have heard of people using like eyeshadow or mica powder to cover the background, but I just do squares. I don't want to mess with that. So here's how we're going to do this. I have 4 sections. For each section, I will show you the original rendering. I'll tell you what I'm changing, and we'll do the changes in real time, and then I will do a time lapse filling in the space, and then I'll show you the completed section. So we're going to start with this square. The first thing I'm taking out is this patch of green and this patch of brown, and we're going to remove these triangles and make it more blue so it blends a little better. When doing these changes, I usually choose a fairly large section so I can do pattern reading. So we'll start with the 7th. We can see that the end kind of starts as like a bubble and it has this teardrop shape. So I will just read these patterns and continue them. So we're going to do that one first. And I will only fill out that section at first. So something like, I hope I didn't just bump it. Oh, I did. I'm so sorry. So I will do something like this. And just fill in kinda where the ends are, and trying to keep that teardrop shape. We'll go with that. And then afterwards I will go in and I will fill all this up with the regular color. Down here I'm going to put 1 because we can see that it goes up and down, kind of jagged, so we're going to try and keep that motion as well. And then we're going to fill it in with this X. So we will just do the X's that cover the 7. Like so. And then, did not mean for that to happen. And then afterwards, I will go in and fill the rest of that in. The next section I am changing in this part. Oh, I keep bumping it because this arm is really low. No, my tray's over there. Is getting rid of this. And in order to do that, we are going to bring this entire thing up 1 because it includes all of the shades. This is my darkest blue in this section. Sorry. This T is my darkest blue, so I don't want to bring it down. I will bring the rest of the colors up to meet it. So we are going to cover it with, this is X. So we're going to bring this up. You can't even see that. We're going to bring this up. Do, 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 do. And we're gonna go just like that. And I'm gonna grab N, and we're gonna bring him up. Okay, so now we got the N, the X and the N blended in here. There is a little bit of this A, so we're just gonna match this. And then we still have that shading. There we go. We still have that shading that would have happened just without that purple. So there we, that section. I kept this out. The X, because next is this green patch. So we could see that there's this kind of bubbly shape happening here, so we're going to fill that in. And again, just trying to keep as many of the shapes as possible, but of course it's not something you absolutely have to do. That's not going to work. Yeah. And then that way we still have this kind of bubble shape, and then I can just fill that in later. So that is all of the X's. I'm going to grab the T, which is our darkest blue, and cover up these greens. And with those covered, we now have all of the rendering changes done in this section. So I'm going to do a time lapse, and then I'll come back and we can take a look at what it looks like completed. I'll be back. here we go. Here is our completed section. We had changes in here, right here, and up here. So we can see we blended up pretty nicely. I'm going to scoot this over because I will put up a picture right here of what the original rendering was so you can take a peek. But that is our first section. So I'm going to leave this here. I have another section, so we're going to go take a look at that. Yeah. Alright, so here is our next section. We are going to be taking out this patch of purple. So there's actually two ways we can do this. We can blend this out to be more round, or we can kind of keep the pattern that the gray overlaps the orange. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this down just a row, and then I will bring the grays up to meet it. So that's what we're going to do. Let's take this off, and then we will start with the sky. And we're just going to continue the pattern for a row or so. Something like that. And then our next color. And we can do, I keep bumping it. There we go. And we could do something like this. Actually, we're going to take those ones off. And we're just going to leave it like that. And then we're going to bring in this J and just go up right here and right here. Awesome. Next is N. So that's this guy. And we're just going to continue doing this. If you want to see a completed kit that I've done with changes like this, I would recommend checking out my post review for Share the Outdoors. I really go into detail about what I changed and how I changed things in that one as well. And then we have the square just to fill in. Oh, that's not it. This one. Then we have this guy just to fill in the rest here. But yes, my Share the Outdoors, which I will link up in the card, as well as in the description, will have full details. And there we go. That's the purple taken care of. I will come back with a time lapse and then we'll chat. And there we go. The purple patch is now gone. I think this actually blended in pretty nicely. So I'm going to scoot this over, and then we can insert a little comparison photo. But yeah, super simple to just, you know, kind of see what patterns are happening around and replace the colors that match. So we can see I have another section right over here. We're going to take a look at this guy here next. Okay, so in this section we are going to remove these teals. That's what we're going to start with. And by that, it's the same thing here where we can see that this yellow goes over top of this pink. So we are going to pull this down a row again and do some blending. We're also going to pull this forward just a little bit and then pull this down. It all makes sense. So we'll start with the W's. And we're going to keep the same pattern that is kind of formed here. We're just going to go in one. Okay, that's our W's. And then we'll do this T. And just kind of fill in. All of the drills come directly from this kit. I didn't buy any extras. If I run out later down the line, it is not an issue. I will just make charting changes further along. Yeah, it's really not something I'm worried about. But we're just gonna outline all of this in T. Do I like that, or do I want to do some? Ooh, here's what we're gonna do. I lied. I'm gonna add this. I'll put these away. This one, and this one. And we're gonna put these here. Actually, not that one. I think I like that better. And then we will, whoops, fill it in with this guy. And I only do that because we can see we have T here, but then it also gets outlined here and does some outlining here. So we're just going to keep that pattern too, I believe. If not, I'll change it. And there we go. So that's this teal patch blended out. Next, I want to change this. And I think I'm going to do that by using these greens. I want to make it more green than yellow. So here's, I didn't quite fully plan this one out. We're going to keep this. We're going to outline it with this down arrow. And because there's 3 shades of yellow, we're just going to follow this gradient right here. I think I like that. So let's try it. Like I said, there's no science, there's no right or wrong way to do this. It is purely trial and error and just seeing what works. And it won't work out the first try all the time anyways. It will take some getting used to playing with the colors to see what works. But yeah, of course, this is this is just how I do it. There's so many different ways you can do it yourself. Did I cover all of the T's? Actually, those T's will take off. That's not a T. I would recommend what I usually do, because my phone is recording, I can't see it, but I will usually take a picture of a section and use that picture as a reference as I go through. So I don't have to do this pushing and pulling shuffle. But yeah, so that's the squigglies covered. This one is going to be this lighter color, and that will replace all the T's. I don't I don't usually do color shifts, something like warm to cool tones like this. So this is a little bit of an experiment, but I kind of know what I'm doing. And I also don't do like skin tone changes, so I don't have any tips on that. But I've seen some really cool people do some awesome things. That's just not in my wheelhouse, though. Ooh, that was horribly placed. That's me trying to be fancy and failing. There we go. So this will actually match the shading that is done here now, just with a little bit of darker greens, and that's fine. Okay. Those are my changes in this section. I will fill this in and we'll come back. Hi, okay, guess what? I don't like this dark green. So I'm going to pick this off with you and I'm going to change it. But I was just sitting here staring at it and it is not what I want. So we're going to fix that. Ooh, you stay there. And because I know exactly what colors these are, I can drop them right back in the container in case I need them for a later change. Okay. Whoop. Here we go. what do I want to do? I want to see what this one is, because I can't remember. X. Awesome. We are going to put X right in this dark one. And then I will fill this in. Yeah, that should be fine. Because this AV goes right along with the screen, we're just gonna add in some of that AV. And that should be okay. It is, I think I have extra of this if I run out of the AV. I should have checked that. Oh well, I'm not worried. I don't see much more of this anyways. There we go. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. So that is the completed section for this one. I think that looks okay. I'm going to scoot this over, and right here you will see a picture of DiamondArtClub's original rendering compared to what I did. You may notice if it shows there's also some changes here I did earlier, but there's the completed section. I'm going to move over to the final one now. Okay, here's our final section. This one's going to have quite a few changes. We're getting rid of this green up here. I've already started that up in here. We're getting rid of this patch, this orange, as well as these pinks, this patch of brown, and this teal down here. And we're just going to make it one smooth color. We're going to start with this teal, because that will be the easiest. And just follow the colors through. So, just like so. And then we will do this sevens up here, because I don't need a whole lot. I actually just need this one right there. And I can't remember what these ones were. Oh, they were the arrows. Actually, we're gonna dump this up because I'm gonna need more than that. Okay, I'm gonna put this brown arrow guy right here, and we're gonna continue it right in here. Yeah. No, that'll be fine. Actually, I'm gonna put a few right here. There. And we're just going to continue matching colors, I think. Something. Yeah. I think. Ooh, no, we're not gonna do that. No. Those ones can stay though. And I think that'll work. There we go. this one's also super simple. For these colors in here, we're gonna fill in along here and right along there. No trash drills. Do I want to? Yeah, we're gonna cover the H's as well. Just like so. And then these green ones. Perfect. Alright, I'm gonna fill this in and be back. And here we go. This section is done. So I'm gonna scoot it over and you can tell me how I did. So this is our last section. I'm gonna pull it out and show you the complete top, as well as DiamondArtClub's rendering. And here we go. So this is the entire top, I want to say 3rd, but that might be a little bit wrong. But here it is completed. So where you saw the changes were up in this top corner. Down here in this bottom corner, all of this in here, and these spots right here. I also did some changes on my own right in here, which you can't really tell, but I did some changes off camera over in here and up in here. So that is all of that done. I'm actually really pleased with how this turned out. I will blur, maybe, I don't know, I will put up DiamondArtClub's rendering somehow, so you can see that, compared to what I have. But anyways, I hope this was at least a little bit helpful to see how I do this process. It can be tricky, but it can also be super easy. The easiest way to do it is just to give it a shot. I will say, because of all the color switches, I plan to just steal them from down in here. So I'm not at a real worry for running out of diamonds. I have plans to make further adjustments to make up for it. So anyways, I hope this was somewhat helpful. If you have questions or concerns or anything like that, let me know down below, and I will either answer them there, or if I really need to explain something, I will do another video. But that is all that I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please consider liking or subscribing, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.